From WKYC Studios, this is What's Next with Russ Mitchell and Sia New Yorker.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. We are bracing for a stretch of dangerous extreme heat.
Yes, meteorologist Jessica Van Meter is tracking just how hot it will get and how long that heat wave will last. Hey, Jessica.
Hey there, guys. First of all, let's be official about this. Happy summer. Summer is officially here as of about 20 minutes ago, and just in time, it's going to start to feel like it as we head into the weekend. Temperatures tomorrow do get a big boost. We're into the upper 80s for our highs through the afternoon. Best chance at hitting 90 is going to be for areas a little further west from Cleveland. However, our humidity isn't going to be terrible tomorrow. It's going to be a little worse than today, but still not bad. It's going to get higher, though, and so are our temperatures as we head into Sunday. Sunday, we get our temperatures into the 90s, our humidity is higher, and that starts our extreme heat watch with a weather impact alert that's going to be starting on Sunday, probably lasting through at least a Wednesday at this point. We are going to have that heat index become a factor for us. Into tomorrow, it's not too bad. Once we get to about Sunday onward, though, our temperatures themselves are in the 90s. That heat index is going to top triple digits for most of us as we go through at least the first part of the week. So it's going to be a long stretch of the hot, humid conditions with us. We're going to talk about overnight lows through this stretch and how they're just not going to help us out at all coming up for us.
Wow, suddenly it's summer for real.
There you go. Flip the switch.
All right, we'll see you soon. Thank you, Jessica.
With dangerous heat on the way, doctors are sharing tips on how to stay safe.
Lindsey Buckingham spoke with a doctor about how to keep cool and stay out of the hospital.
Dr. Jason Milk is the medical director of Cleveland Clinic's Hillcrest Emergency Department. He says this sudden temperature spike creates unique risks for young athletes who haven't had the time to adjust.
The particular challenge right now is that we really have not acclimated well to the heat, right? So we've really had a very mild start to our summer with very moderate temperatures, and we haven't had a lot of that heat.
Heat illness starts with symptoms many parents might dismiss.
And they could be things like swelling of the extremities, mild cramping of the muscles, some GI upset, whether it's some mild nausea, maybe some vomiting.
But those early warning signs can quickly escalate to something much more serious.
And as that continues to progress, we get into mild symptoms of then heat stroke, which would be confusion, change of mental status. You may notice that some of the early signs where you're actually sweating profusely, the sweating maybe start to stop.
For young athletes in uniforms, Dr. Milk recommends getting creative with cooling tricks.
You can go so far as to actually dump water right over the head, wet your hat, dump water down your back, or things like that. They actually get your uniform wet to provide that evaporation.
Other creative cooling tips include hydrating fruits like watermelon and berries, eating salty foods as long as you have no medical issues, placing a bag of rice in the freezer to use as a cooling pack, and putting your pillowcase in the freezer.
So you can freeze fruits, so as they eat them, it's providing extra hydration.
Lindsey Buckingham, 3 News.
Several cooling centers will be open in Northeast Ohio for those looking to beat the heat. In Cleveland, multiple rec centers will be open Sunday through Tuesday from 11:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. Akron Summit Lake Community Center will also be open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And in Canton, the refuge of Hoop and Garreau shelter will serve as cooling centers. You can find a full list of hours and locations on our website, WKYC.com.